Water scarcity. Our objectives in this presentation are water scarcity's effect on society and resolutions, water scarcity's effect on economics and resolutions, water scarcity's effect on culture and resolutions, and water scarcity's effect on politics and resolutions.
Water scarcity's effect on society around the world. Water scarcity is a problem that is directly related to geographic aridness, human pollution of the environment, and overpopulation of certain areas. All of these lead to a lack of reusable and clean water. Without clean alternatives, people are forced to drink unsanitary water to stay alive. Lack of sanitary water is due to not being an industrialized country. They don't have factories of production to provide necessary equipment for water production. This leads to diseases such as cholera and typhoid fever. Resolutions to water scarcity's effect on society. New innovations have been created to solve water scarcity. These new innovations include distillation, desalination, and reverse osmosis, and many countries have implemented these processes. However, many of these processes are expensive, which limit their availability to certain countries who struggle economically. To aid these countries who struggle economically, nonprofits have been created, and they include Water for South Sudan, Life Water International, Planet Water Foundation, and many more. Nonprofits focus on building infrastructure such as aquifers, wells, and distillation systems in unindustrialized countries.
Water scarcity's effect on economics. Many businesses strongly rely on the precious resource of water for their operations. For example, the agriculture and mining businesses both struggle with the absence of water. In addition, the tourism business encounters difficulties with the lack of water. The slowing of business production forces business owners to cut down their workforce, which leaves many people without jobs. Hot climates suffer from water shortage the most, and this is what drove an American schoolgirl to invent a way to use zinc oxide and titanium dioxide in containers that expose it to ultraviolet radiation and cleanse the water, which makes it soluble to drink. Her invention will help the fact that 1.1 billion people worldwide don't have consistent access to clean drinking water.
Water scarcity's effect on culture. Because water scarcity has become such an issue for many countries, ways to cope with it have been adopted into their cultures. Women are traditionally the ones that are expected to retrieve the water and take care of the house. They spend time collecting it because they have no local source of clean drinking water, so they must walk long distances. This impairs them from getting jobs, receiving educations, and achieving other things. Projects, nonprofits, and organizations have been created in order to combat this issue. One of those projects are the Water Project. What they do is they create local wells and local sources of clean water for these people so that they can get it quickly and more efficiently so they are able to achieve other things. The Water Project says that they want to empower the girl child in the community. Governments are leasing some of their only clean water sources, like lakes, to land developers to build more projects and buildings. This creates a problem when it rains or storms because the water has nowhere to go and just floods the streets or nearby open areas. Now people only have infected floodwater to drink with no supplies to make it clean. Politicians need to work on policies to reduce pollution, increase recycling, and reduce the waste of hazardous chemicals. They need to improve water resource management, and they are joining in on the support of strengthening local communities and the ability to improve water and sanitation and hygiene. Water has tremendous impact on economics, politics, culture, and society. Water scarcity can lead to issues in the areas of economics, politics, culture, and society. Resolutions to these problems are available. However, they are expensive, and therefore many of these ideas are not being acted on. Nonprofits have been doing tremendous work in fighting water scarcity through the building of aquifers, wells, new technology, and new infrastructure.